dazzling stained glass shell, the Hawksbill Sea Turtle roams the ocean waters, fighting for survival. Scientifically known as the Eretmochilus imbricata, the last of the Eretmochilus genus, it is native to the warm waters of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. The Red List officially marked it as critically endangered in 2008. The Hawksbill Sea Turtle primarily lives in the coral reefs, known for having warm and temperate ocean waters. They share their habitat with coral, fish, algae, and other tropical plants. Some abiotic factors of the coral reef systems include sunlight, the depth of the water's temperature, and the water's salinity. Consequently, their largest populations are in the Caribbean and Indo-Pacific Oceans, while their largest nesting sites are in Australia and the Solomon Islands. This means that it takes them quite a long time to travel from their home to their nesting sites. Every 1 to 5 years, the Hawksbill Sea Turtles return to the beaches where they were born to lay eggs. This happens between November and April, and they lay about 3 to 5 nests or 130 to 150 eggs each time. They nest on small, isolated pockets along the beaches where they incubate the eggs in the warm sands to keep them warm. After 2 months, the eggs hatch and the baby Hawksbill Sea Turtles make their way to the ocean. The Hawksbill Sea Turtle is a poikilothermic ectotherm, meaning that they get their heat from an outside source, such as the ocean water's temperature, and rely on external factors for homeostasis regulation. Hawksbill Sea Turtles are also omnivores, meaning that they eat both plants and animals. Their diet primarily consists of algae, corals, small fish, urchins, jellyfish, and most importantly, sponges. They are one of the few animals who feast on sponges, making them a keystone species, which means that they are very crucial to their ecosystem as they keep the sponge populations in check.
Some notable structural adaptations of the Hawksbill Sea Turtle include a long head and sharp beak, thicker shell plates, and iron stomachs to help with their diet. The sharp beak allows them to reach into the holes of the coral reefs to prey on sponges, while the thicker shell plates protect them from the sharp coral in their natural habitat. Also, their iron stomachs let them digest the toxins found in sponges, their main source of food. A few notable physiological adaptations are a streamlined body to reduce drag, a diving reflex, and a higher hemoglobin concentration in their blood. These adaptations help them stay underwater for longer, conserving oxygen and energy. The most notable behavioral adaptations include the females being able to stay loyal to their beaches, which are usually isolated small islands, and their tendency to dig pits in the sand to keep their eggs warm and protected. 3 well-known relatives of the Hawksbill sea turtle are the green sea turtle, the loggerhead sea turtle, and the olive riley sea turtle.
These sea turtles play a crucial role keeping the sponge population in check. As one of the only organisms that feast on sponges, they prevent sponges from taking over the reefs. Also, they balance their ecosystem through their eggs' nutrients. This is because their eggs are laid near the roots of many plants, promoting a healthier ecosystem. The Hawksbill sea turtle is critically endangered because they are harvested for their beautiful shell and eggs. Another key factor to the extinction of these majestic turtles is the loss and denigration of their habitat. This is because of global warming. With sea levels rising and coral reefs dying due to coral bleaching, also, the atmosphere's pollution invades their nesting beaches. Habitat loss. Coral bleaching leads to the loss of coral reef. Invasive species. Non-native species, such as domestic dogs, are often eating and killing sea turtle eggs. Population. Sea debris and waste often catch on sea turtles, and consumption of plastic waste is lethal to them. Population. As the human population grows, more resources are needed, and more tourists visiting the nesting sites in hopes of seeing sea. Climate change. As global warming rises, the sea levels also rise, which affect water currents and change the flow in water and affect sea turtle migration patterns and behaviors. Overexploitation. Sea turtles are constantly being farmed for their beautiful shell, and their eggs are commonly farmed as a delicacy as well.
Density-dependent factors that are relevant to sea turtles are food availability, since the more competition there is, the less food each individual receives. Diseases also spread faster when populations grow, which increases risks of wipeouts. Density-independent factors include climate change and oceanographic conditions, since these interfere with water currents and food supply despite the population size. The Hawksbill sea turtle is very prone to endangerment since they have very specific reproductive strategies and cycles. They reproduce very rarely, once every few years with small clutches of eggs. This results in population scarcity. Due to pollution, habitat degradation, and disease, the Hawksbill sea turtle population is declining. Humans have been illegally trading and harvesting these turtles, which also affect the numbers. In addition, genetic diversity is declining due to human activities and rising sea levels. The population has seen an 11% decrease in hatching success these past years. Hawksbills are globally declining over 80% during this last century. So I predict that the species will become extinct soon if we don't take action today. If the hawksbill were to go extinct, the sponge population would most likely surge. This hogs up nutrients and space needed for other organisms to thrive, which can cause a crash in the coral reef ecosystem. The hawksbills are a keystone species, making them crucial for their ecosystem survival. Thankfully, we can still take many steps to prevent the Hawksbill sea turtle from going extinct. For example, many activists are inspiring others to stop catching turtles, protect nesting beaches, and promote safer circle hooks when fishing. Still, everyone can make changes, whether by reducing ocean trash, minimizing plastic use, or even keeping a safe distance away from turtle nests. On a larger scale, the NOAA Fisheries Organization are actively protecting the natural habitats of the turtle by reducing bycatch, entanglement, and fishers capturing the Hawksbill sea turtle. Another organization actively helping is Fauna and Flora, who aims to protect the 6 key Nigerian sea turtle nesting sites. If everyone takes action and protects the Hawksbill sea turtle, we can save the species.